Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are here to review Salem's Lot from 2024, which of course is based on the 1975 novel by Stephen King, Vampires and all that great novel. They made that into a 1979 mini-series, or a two-parter mini-series, which is awesome. And then in 2004, they reimagined it for current times, or at least current times as back then. Also a two-part mini-series starring Rob Lowe. I haven't watched that, but of course I've watched the original with David Soul, and it's really, really good. And then they made this a single feature film. Now here's the first problem. This should have been a two-parter. You can't cram everything from that novel and the miniseries into one single movie. You're going to lose a lot of content, lose a lot of stuff. And the second part is Hollywood seems to be running out of ideas, and they seem to be making bad remakes, reboots of really good classic movies, or really good movies, I should say. Why they wanted to do this, I'm not really sure, but they should have made it a two-parter, just like they did for It. So yeah. Anyway, this movie stars Louis Pullman, who is the son of Bill Pullman. I'm not sure if I've seen him in anything else. I'll have to check. He was in Top Gun Maverick. Barely remember him in that, and The Strangers Prey at Night. I didn't watch that yet. Haven't watched that yet. You also have Mackenzie Lee, Alfred Woodard, John Benjamin Hickey, Bill Camp, Spencer Treat Clark, William Sadler, and Milo Aspect. So once again, Jerusalem's Lot, the hometown of the writer Ben Mears. He goes back there for inspiration to write his next novel, and then vampires, right? So it's the same story. Kurt Barlow, who's his vampire master, comes into town. Straker is one of the men who is, kind of like his slave, who gets things to his. Ben Mears meets with this young lady. What's her name in this movie? Oh yeah, her name is Susan, and they hit it off, and they start dating and all that stuff. But then they start noticing people are dying, people are coming back from the dead, and all that. Of course, right towards the end, it's just Lewis and the boy. In this case, his name is Mark. I believe the actor's name is Jordan Preston Carter. And here is another problem that I find with this. So, not going to have an issue with the fact that they changed his race of the boy. He's black in this movie. It's fine. The kid is actually a good actor, but he basically becomes like a Mary Sue kind of character. He can go no wrong. He can't do any wrong. He's also very smart. He's also the guy with the most balls in this movie. And he's a kid. Like, he just goes and tries to kill vampires on his own. Are you fucking kidding me? All right. So the other fact is, I do not know this actress Mackenzie Lee. She's an American actress. I'm not sure if I've seen her in anything other than this, but she actually annoyed me. I did not like her at all. In the 1979 movie, the actress is, I believe, Bonnie Bedelia, who is also in Die Hard, and she's beautiful and comes across as very charismatic and all that. And this actress did not look anything like that in this movie. Scares. This movie does rely on a lot of scares. So it's set in the 70s. It does rely on a lot of scares. So there's no technology. You've got all older cars, of course, but it looks brand new, of course. There are some scares. The vampires do look scary in this movie. There are some scenes, the woman getting up in the morgue, which was my favorite part of the film. I'll be honest. I'll have to go watch the original one once again to see if that's actually there in that episode. Sorry, in that mini-series, but that was actually one of my best favorite parts of the film. What else? The fact that they can use almost anything to put together, make it a cross, and it starts glowing. And they put it against, close against, face it to the vampires, and they are like thrown back, and they have to leave the room because they are allergic to the cross. By the way, the fact that the priest, that's actually the only priest in this movie is the guy who doesn't have enough faith to actually use this. Kind of telling something. What was he trying to say, Stephen King? Anyway, yeah. So like I said, there are a few scares in this movie. I'm not going to deny it. It was exciting. However, the movie felt very rushed. There was too many things happening. The relationship between Ben Mears and Susan just felt very rushed. Almost everything just felt very rushed. That's why I said they should have made it a two-part movie, and it could have been way better. Because I don't think anything else is kind of like wrong with this film. It could have been way better, is what I say, because they had a great storyline. The final confrontation scene in the open air, what do you call those? Drive-in theaters? That is really good. I think that was a good idea. But again, the kid, and you have to stretch your imagination quite a bit for that. So there's no way that the kid can just pack his stuff and then go to the house and try to fight off a master vampire. Like, he's not going to be doing that on his own. Anyway, but yeah, I did like the scares. However, the movie fails because it's not enough for a single film. It should have been two-parter. I'll give this movie a 7 out of 10. Disappointing, kind of, but I think I can rewatch this movie several times because it's still entertaining enough. So that's my review for 2024 Salem Slot. Good night.